PHP. What's the intent of PHP? Okay, so if I open this back up and I go to say my functions.php, first of all, notice how lean and skinny my functions.php is. It's not a dumping ground for everything. And this is what I'm going to teach you how to code stuff so that it's modular. Okay. All right. So PHP's purpose is to run code, to run business logic on a server. Its job is to figure out what do you want to do and then take that and be able to send files back out to the browser. So this is the server side code. That's what PHP, that's its intent, is to do things like with business logic. I need to talk to the database. I need to pull view files. I need to make decisions. I need to filter stuff. I need to prepare stuff. I need to run through and get stuff ready to send it back out to the browser. That's what PHP does. That's its intent. Okay. And then we have this thing called the database. Oh, database. So scary, isn't it? So this is the database. I'm using SQL Pro here just so I can view the database. You can also do it with PHP MyAdmin. But essentially what you have are a bunch of tables, right? That's in one particular database. And then within that table right here, I'm in posts. Then we have rows, which are records. So this would equal one post. Hello, to WordPress, right? That's the one that comes out of WordPress. Then we have columns of information. Okay, so here's the title, there's the content, we've got dates, we got the author. That's that post ID, that unique ID. And there's more this way. So the database is holding relational pieces of data that then we can pull out and serve up and be able to make decisions on or send it out to the browser. That's what it's doing. Okay, and so PHP talks with the MySQL database. All right, it will go and fetch or query these records out of here. Or it will come down and say, I need to update something. So every time you go into the editor and you go and say, this is my awesome blog post and here's all my content, and I go and I put this featured image, all that stuff, when you do that and you click save, well, that's going to come over here and talk to the database and store it here in the database. That's the intent of the database, is to do what? Well, look at this. It's holding all your information. So it's a repository, if you will. But it's relational, meaning that, okay, I've got an ID. If that's a post, well, here's post meta. So that can be things like custom fields, right? Some different information here that I want to save that relates to this. I have users and then I have user meta. Well, I would have things like, that's my username, my email, but then here might be things like, what's my first name? What's my last name? Where do I live? What's my user level? And so on. So that's all that meta stuff and so on. There's lots of information in here. But you can see that it's a repository and it's relational so that we can see how pieces of data fit together. So it's relational. It will hold it in memory. So because it's sitting in this database, I mean, we used to write things out to files, right? And then we'd have to pull that file in, but it's unrelated pieces of information. So it was hard to be able to traverse through this and pull out what you needed. With the database, it's so simple. So all that stuff gets stored here and it's a nice permanent record of it that then we can go and get it and pull it back out and do something with it. So that's the intent of a database. Now you've seen all the different technologies that come together. And as a web developer, you're going to be working in all of them. Okay? Don't freak out thinking, oh, I'm not going to learn all this. Yeah, you can. Really, it's an incremental process, bit by bit, little by little. It will all come together and it will make sense. Remember, WordPress is easy. Programming is easy. And I'll teach it to you. Just have patience.